Boogie2988 fell from grace like no one else.
Yeah. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming to y'all with the power of the internet. This is my rambling series, my blogger series. We're talking about life in the universe and things that are particularly interesting to me.
Boogie2988. His fall from grace is so catastrophic.
Not happy about it.
People are sick of the shtick.
Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update, and today we will be talking about Boogie2988. Now this was a long time coming. In case you did not know, Boogie used to be a popular YouTuber. He had it all. He had massive respect, he had fame and fortune, a lot of money, he had a beautiful wife, and everything else you could possibly ask for. But then, something happened. He became one of those chronically online degenerates on Twitter. He wasted his massive fortune on prostitutes and on terrible investment choices, and now he has nothing left. And he is the biggest loser on the internet, or at least this is what he claims in this almost 1 hour long documentary. Mr. Troll managed to sit through the whole thing, and now Mr. Troll will review it, you know, like a movie critic.
When I'm on my deathbed, the biggest regret I will ever have is knowing that I had a job that every person in the world would fucking kill for, and I fucked it up. I'm gonna be mad about that till I go to the fucking grave.
Boogie2988, he's a legend of YouTube. He's been around forever.
Boogie2988.
You will quickly notice that this whole documentary is basically just Boogie feeling sorry for himself. Here's the thing, yes, he fell from grace, yes, he went downhill, yes, he's in a hard situation. However, he can choose to fix his problems. He may never be that successful YouTuber he once was, but perhaps he could try a different career and be successful there. Unfortunately, he chooses not to do anything. He literally gave up. This image right here, which implies he might die this year, perfectly illustrates my point, and it is so frustrating. If your life became bad, then I feel sorry for you. But if your life continues to be bad because you choose it to be that way and you do not bother changing your life for the better, then I do not feel sorry for you.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit. You know the rules. The rules are we're gonna go out and eat. We're gonna have dinner. Maybe we're gonna fuck. And you're going to enjoy a nice lifestyle that you don't normally get to enjoy.
I love how he brags about how he slept with a whole bunch of women, when in reality, those women were working as prostitutes and Boogie spent almost all of his hard-earned money just to achieve that. And here's what one of those prostitutes had to say.
I am a former sex worker escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. I'm from LA, and I get a message on this website, you can probably guess which one, from this guy who looked a lot like Boogie. We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick. I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
Imagine being the very reason behind why a prostitute quits her job. Even a goddamn prostitute did not find you attractive. Imagine being this pathetic. And let me remind you, he chooses to be this pathetic. He wasted a lot of money, he became a Twitter degenerate, and now he just feels sorry for himself. Also, people say he used to be a nice guy back when he was still successful, and I believe that, because here is a part of the documentary where he really behaves like an r/nice guy.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool. So I deserve to go to Disneyland with a beautiful girl, right? I deserve to go to New York and explore Times Square with a beautiful girl, right? Like, I deserve that, and I want that, and I've never had it.
He deserves the hottest women ever. That's literally what every r/nice guy says. Then he hires some comedian that goes full therapist mode and analyzes why Boogie went downhill. Spoiler alert, it's all Boogie's own fault.
Be considered a vulnerable narcissist without having them all. So with vulnerable narcissism or covert narcissism, we see pessimism.
I feel defeated and confused and lost all the time, every day.
Hypersensitivity to criticism.
I can't handle this kind of hate. I can't handle these types of attacks. I can't do it.
Reactive anger, so they're not really thinking things through.
Is this what I have to do?
And who goes by Boogie2988 was booked into the jail this morning.
Need for admiration.
Can I get a round of applause?
The self-centeredness.
I'm the perfect victim. I have been victimized my entire life.
The sense of entitlement.
You guys want to help me pay for my Tesla? Please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free fucking Tesla.
Believing oneself to be special.
How many kids went on to get 4.5 million YouTube subscribers?
One?
Steven Williams!
You're just watching the same things over and over.
What really broke me here is the fact that once upon a time I used to be just like Boogie. I had a victim complex. I got my kicks out of making everyone feel sorry for me. And I always complained about how terrible I am and how terrible life is. But one day, I suddenly realized that I was perfect the way I was, and I could choose to make my life better. However, at that point I was already known as that one who hates himself, so I basically had to continue the shtick. What I am saying is, this type of behavior is not sustainable. Eventually it just becomes too toxic and you feel dead on the inside, and other people distance themselves from you because you spread too much negativity, when instead you could be spreading positivity. Then he goes searching for a job.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dawn.
Dawn, I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve. No problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I am also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay.
This is what I mean when I say this guy does not try to make his life better. Any normal person would say all their strengths and maybe a few weaknesses in a job interview. This man, however, says all the negatives for no other reason than to ruin his own life. He does not want to improve. He hates himself, he hates his own life, and he wants to continue hating himself and his life because that is what he is currently used to. Self-hate is a powerful drug, and Boogie is addicted to it.
And you're using weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're gonna have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
Look, the woman literally points out the problem in front of Boogie, but unfortunately Boogie does not have the self-awareness to realize how pathetic he is.
Oh. Not everything is bad. I've got at least one good thing going on. Can I show you? Sure. So this is Desi. Or you can call her Desiree.
Yep, Desiree.
And we've been dating now for months.
A couple months, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I might be a little bit too harsh when I usually say that this person does not deserve to have a girlfriend, or this person does not deserve to have a boyfriend, or this couple needs to split up. But in this case, I really have to ask, what in tarnation is this girl seeing in him? Basically every woman that has ever been asked what the most attractive characteristics of a man is, they always say it's confidence, ambition, and purpose. All the things that Boogie does not have. He has no confidence, he has no ambitions, and this whole documentary is nothing but him complaining about how sorry he feels for himself. He is literally the most unattractive man on planet Earth. And I'm not saying he's always been unattractive. I'm saying he has become unattractive ever since he chose to mope around and complain. And so, of all the billions of men on the planet, this girl, for some reason, chose to be together with the man that made a freaking prostitute quit her job because of how unattractive he is. And that's not even touching on the ages of those two.
I found that person and they happened to be 20. And I get that it's creepy to date somebody half your age or younger, but people can call me creepy if they want. If she's happy and I'm happy, then I will be the biggest creep you need me to be, as long as her and I are happy. You can be as mad as you want.
Okay, I understand. As long as she is happy and as long as she loves him and blah blah blah, then yeah, fair enough, I guess. But once again, how can she be happy and how can she love a specimen as pathetic as Boogie2988?
Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like, you just don't have that support system that you would and the advice that you need. And so it's just difficult. I don't ever want to be alone. That's another thing. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. I don't ever want to be alone. And so it's just nice to have company.
Oh, that explains. Yeah, I feel bad for her. She clearly has no idea she's being manipulated by this self-proclaimed loser.
Sexually, we both seem to be having an excellent time.
Then we have some softcore scenes which I cannot show because I don't want to risk getting another strike on my channel, but if you wanna rock your socks, I guess, then you can watch the actual documentary. There's a link to it in the description. However, I have to ask one question. Does Boogie think this girl is an Arkansas 8 or an LA 10? But anyways, we then have a bunch of boring shit that just consists of Boogie feeling even more sorry for himself, and then the documentary ends. And I think this documentary is well edited and I like the production. But I have to ask, what was the purpose of creating this documentary, just in general? Was it to teach people not to feel sorry for themselves? Or was it created just so that we can feel better about ourselves, because we realize we are not as pathetic as Boogie? Personally, I think it's the second alternative.